We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store
between the Washington Commanders
and the Los Angeles Rams. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, LA. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want there. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Well, this defense was victimized earlier in this opening quarter, but this time a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want, and they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
But big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA.
Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Hands it off out of the gun.
And a loose football. And the Rams have got it back.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Rams continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throwing right, and that's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shot.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They'll set up a throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check mash.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell
From 8 yards out.
and the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he goes out right around the 39. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and rush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They find some open field here. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now, or win. That's probably...
And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to let it go again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. There he goes, right side. 20, 10.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
He's got him in, complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll set up to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell, 41 yards. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. What's good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago that obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout, in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw.
And this one too low. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Rams are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back to throw now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
The Rams are Super Bowl bound as champions of the NFC. Time for us to sign off. Thanks for watching, and good night.